Hey friends, it's William.
And Sarah.
And welcome to Gilkey's Limited Adventures, where we are going to take you on one of our limited adventures today.
We're on it right now.
When we were first dating and early in our marriage, we were big bird watchers. Of course, over time, I lost my vision. So now I'm a bird listener, but we're going to go on a bird watching big day at one of our favorite parks in the area. So join us, it's going to be a great time.
We'll tell you all about it. Come on. We are home after 12 hours of birding, or maybe you call it bird watching, but looking at birds all day for 12 hours. Do you want to tell them why we did that?
Well, sure. We'd also call it twitching if you're from across the pond. Anyone watching us from the United Kingdom would understand that.
Twitching.
But it is called birding, bird watching here in America. And I don't get to do watching anymore. I don't have the vision. I didn't even bring binoculars with me. I listen. So I listen for herd birds. But we count them if they're seen, and we count them if Sarah sees them now. It used to be both of us had to see them. Would never be done now.
It's like a scavenger hunt for birds. How many bird species can you find in a day? In our case, we have to see them. In William's case, maybe he hears them.
Well,
or
we
I
don't
get
count
to see
them. It's she'll see them after I hear them. But it could be male or female of any species. There are some that are so obvious, like this morning a red-bellied woodpecker is in our backyard. I heard it very clearly. Didn't see it forever.
Let's talk about that. So
yeah.
We started in our backyard. I'm going to insert some clips as we go so you can see. We started in our backyard and we got a few species here, just like the usual common town species. Name a few of those.
Well, you'd get like your house sparrow, your wren, starling, northern cardinal, blue jay, American crow.
All great birds, but you're going to see those in your backyard. So then after that, we headed out to one of our favorite places. It's just a county park, a free park.
Kind of a special place. Is where we had one of our first dates. And I actually was a little bit into birds before I met Sarah. I had gone on my own to look at bald eagles over by the Mississippi River, that area. But with Sarah, we went birding or twitching. And I saw a yellow-headed blackbird, and I caught the bug then. That's what they call a spark bird for people. And I saw that one, and I knew I liked the variety of birds. And ever since then, we've been on a 13, 14-year journey together, just looking at birds.
And we did not see the yellow-headed blackbird today, but that's okay. We did look a few places, but we saw a ton of good birds. So we went out there, and it is alive with birds. Just listen to some of these clips. It's crazy how noisy these birds are. So this morning started off pretty strong at the boardwalk. All we had to do is just sit there and listen. So some of the birds, some of the best birds we saw at Dorothy Carnes, like let's talk about the ones we saw there this morning because we went back twice. The rose-breasted grosbeak.
Very pretty bird.
Those are so pretty.
Black body, white belly, red splotch, looks like a heart almost.
I'll insert some video here.
Very sweet singing.
And then also the
Baltimore Oriole?
Yeah, Baltimore Oriole. We saw two kinds of woodpeckers, the downy and the red belly, which we had here in our yard too, but we got great looks of it there. So many squirrels and chipmunks that just make it fun. And you always meet new people. There's always people out there. They want to show you their pictures. And oh, those swans.
Trumpeter swans. It's kind of a treat. We don't see those all the time. We see tundra swans more.
And it's so noisy when they go by.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Egrets, great blue heron, sandhill crane.
Yep, so many. I'll just put some photos in here, some videos so you can see some of those. And then I had a quick haircut appointment. I just couldn't change it. Our schedule's so packed right now. So then after that, we headed up to Horicon Marsh. So if you know birding, then you'll know Horicon Marsh is one of the top birding places in the U.S.
Yep.
And it happens to be an hour away from our house. So I know it from when I've loved birds since I was a teenager, and I had a teacher take us up there. for summer school, and I absolutely loved it. So I've dragged William up there so many
Willingly.
times, yeah. And that place is so neat. I'll insert some videos here too. They have a floating boardwalk that you can walk and get really close to everything. And I'm telling you, some of these birds, you're like, are we in the jungle? Is this a monkey? They're so noisy, and I wish I knew more sounds. I think you are getting better at sounds because you can't see as well. But I do wish I knew more sounds because it'd be fun to be able to just be like, oh yeah, that's a.
To me, a fun one today a lot. I mean, you hear it all the time around here, but we're cat people, and we heard catbirds a lot
Yes.
today. They sound just like a cat screeching.
Yep, we saw lots of catbirds.
That's kind of neat. I never laid my eyes on a single one. I couldn't see them, but they were. I could certainly hear them. And I tell you, the really special one for me today at Horicon Marsh. There's two actually. The first one though is the ruddy duck. Yes. I could see that a little bit out the car window because she got me close to the edge of the water.
They look fake. They have a blue bill.
Blue bill, and they sit real high in the water, almost like a tugboat. They got like a big breast, and they look like they're kind of out of balance when they're floating, but then they'll dive a lot.
And then a tail that sticks up like this.
They're really cute. Yeah. And then the big treat, they are banded up here because we do have a program, and the International Crane Foundation is just in Baraboo. But they have a couple of whooping cranes that you can see occasionally, and that is rare. There's probably under 200 of those in the whole United States. So I jokingly say you have a better chance of getting whooping cough than seeing a whooping crane. And we only see them about 50% of the time.
Yes.
They're so big, even a blind guy with just a little bit of vision can see that.
This video is embarrassing, but I'll put it in. I don't even know if you can really see it. They're like way back. Like I could see it with my binoculars, but with the camera and the binoculars, it just wasn't. I just use my phone. I don't have a fancy camera. So, but it was there. I saw it with my own eyes. And so even William saw it, because when you see a stark white big bird that tall, you know it's a whooping crane. And it had the red and the black, and it was with two sandhill cranes. Yeah.
Quite different.
Yeah, and we have seen them there before, so it's really a treat to see them, even if they're banded and they're
Oh yeah,
they're bred in captivity, right?
Too. Yeah, remember that one out in that field that one
time? Are they bred in captivity and let out?
I don't know about that, but they do work. Yeah, they do something.
They must because they're banded.
Yeah.
Yes, we have seen them do the crane dance. Oh, that was so neat. I don't think I have a video of that on my phone. That was like many years ago, but. Yeah, we've been doing this for a while.
They're a precious resource, though. I mean, just think about this. At one time, they said millions upon millions upon millions of passenger pigeons used to fly in the sky, and then man eradicated them. There's zero. Same with the ivory-billed woodpecker, and we certainly don't want that to happen with the crane. It's such a majestic, huge bird.
It's so funny because the passenger pigeon. So pigeons that you all know in the cities, they're actually called rock doves. That's their real name. People just call them pigeons. We couldn't find one. We couldn't find one all day. Like, where are the pigeons? Because you also see them all over farms, and we couldn't find one forever. We found one like just
right at the end.
Right at the end.
On top of our bank.
Yeah, that's it. We know these spots because we do a big day at least once a year. We have been for a long time. It's just so much fun. It's like get up early, go have a scavenger hunt for birds. And some of these things, like we know, if you go down this road, you can almost always see this. If you go on this bridge, you can see some pigeons on a wire. Nope, no pigeons on the wire. So, okay, let's get back to Horicon Marsh because it's, again, one of the best places on earth, honestly.
Big birding festival there every Mother's Day weekend with like big people, like Ken Kaufman, a very famous birder. He's been there. It's a great place.
So we always start on like Highway 49, and there's like water on both sides. So that's where we saw the ruddy duck, and we saw some redheads. We saw some swans.
American coot.
Did we see swans there?
No, they were only at Dorothy Carnes.
Oh, so then we saw egrets.
Egrets, American coot.
Yes. And then they have this thing called the auto loop. It's 3 miles of a loop. Basically, you go through it's meadow and then a little bit of woods, and then you can about halfway through you can park and walk on that floating boardwalk, which is just the neatest thing. And then you can walk back through the woods, and then you can get back in your car. You can drive the whole thing if you want, and then you go through like open prairie and a bit past a really big lake. So it's like kind of the best of all the like ecological systems.
Yeah.
Right. And so you can see all sorts of different kind of birds, and that was so much fun. That lake with the egrets, just so happens that today was we started in the 40s. It was pretty chilly, and it's chilly right now, but it was in the 60s, and the sky was so blue with those big puffy clouds. I just think those are the best days to go birding because all your pictures look so wonderful.
Yeah, I agree with that. We did see one other kind of, it's around a lot, but we don't catch it a lot, and that is the common moorhen or the gallinule.
Yes, that's right.
kind
I
of a
forgot about
unique
that.
bird for us.
Yes. And then, so this is the time where warblers are coming through, except we're about a week or two late. So we're a little bit late on that, but we did see a common yellowthroat, a yellow warbler,
Multiples of those you
lots
did.
of those. There's some chimney swifts. We'll talk about those in a minute. I can't help it. I'm in the mode where I'm just looking to the sky today because that's all we've been doing for 12 hours. But then these are not warblers, but they're kind of that little, we saw some warbling vireos and a common, no, what else?
Blue-gray gnatcatcher.
Oh, yes. I saw a blue-gray gnatcatcher. It's just this tiny little bird. And I always tell William, oh, the most annoying bird is around because you can hear it. It's like, it's got this annoying little buzzing bird sound and it never sits still. It's like boop, 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 boop. You can never like get your binoculars on. You're like, where is it? Well, I saw one today in a nest, and the nest was like, I don't know, like this big. It was like so tiny.
Like a mini donut.
Yeah, bigger than like a hummingbird nest, but so tiny. And when the bird sat on it, it's like you could hardly see the nest because they're small birds, but the nest was so small. So then I got my binoculars on it for a good long time because it's just sitting on its nest.
I didn't get eyes on any of that.
So some of these things, yeah, I didn't get videos, or my videos are really bad because they're just, birds are fast and they, there's like flit, 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 and they're gone. So
saw a phoebe a couple times. You
yes,
like that one?
Those are really cute. Kingbirds.
Great crested.
Yes. So
flycatcher.
after Horicon, we came back because of the park we went to in the morning. Wait, did we see? I didn't take any video on Finley Road, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So
except for the sandhill cranes with the colt.
Oh, we saw, I don't know if you can tell in this video, but the sandhill cranes had a baby, and it was like, I mean, it was probably only this big in real life. It was so tiny, and we were just like, oh, it was adorable. It was so cute. I just wanted to go pet it. But then after that, we went back to that county park that we love so much that's just like 5 miles away from here. And because birds are so active in the morning, really early, and so active around dusk or a little bit before, and it did not disappoint. Birds everywhere, just like you can like, and the squirrels and the chipmunks, they're like chattering and stuff. It was so much fun. So I took a bunch of videos there. I can't even remember. Oh, a goldfinch. Like, who doesn't see a goldfinch? So we finally got one then.
Same with the wild turkey, American turkey.
Oh yeah,
took forever to get a turkey.
Yes. And then we saw cedar waxwing, which those are so pretty. I don't know if I got video of any of those, but I did get some more video of like the rose-breasted grosbeak, and there's red-winged blackbirds.
I didn't know that.
Everywhere, just everywhere. But they're really pretty. They're sleek and
the
they're
males
fun to
are quite
listen to.
colorful on their wing bands. It's starting to get loud in our neighborhood, so we
It
apologize.
sounds like a peacock.
It kind of does.
Is that a kid?
I think it's a kid.
It sounds like a
somebody's
peacock,
kid. I wanted to talk a minute about birding, though, if I could, for just a second. Couple things. One, if you have any interest in what we're talking about, and I hope you do, there's a great movie out there that we really enjoyed with Jack Black, Owen Wilson, and Steve Martin. It's called The Big Year. And they basically do the same thing that we did today for a big day, but they extrapolate it for a whole calendar year.
This is a real thing in real life, not just them. Like, people do this.
Yeah, and they do it in the continental United States, so everything has to be in the U.S. But like, they would go to Alaska, that would count. Hawaii would count. All of that. It's really good, and it's rated like probably PG, and it's clean. So that would be good. And the other thing is, if you've never gone birding, regardless of your skill set, if you have trouble getting around, a lot of times if you can just get to the dock where we are, they have what they call a big sit, and they'll sit all day long, and they'll find 50 or so species of birds. It's really interesting. But the barriers to entry in birding are quite low. all you really need is a good pair of binoculars. And I would say,
Or a moderate pair.
yeah, but I would say like ideal for birding, my opinion only. But I mean, I did a lot of research on it back in the day. The 10 by 42 size,
Hmm.
and that'll be light enough too. But that'll be a good pair of binocular for you. Sarah has, what do you have, Nikons?
Mm.
I have a pair of Viper Vortex. Kind of went up a little bit, but it's a shame because I can't use them now
But
really.
but the old ones I had were just like Bushnells, $50 or $60 at the time, and they worked absolutely fine. But when I got the new ones, especially getting a little bit older, they let more light in and they are easier. And I happen to, like, what I do is I take my binoculars and I take my phone and I can line it up just right. So like when you see some of my videos and they're kind of hazy, it's because it came through my binoculars. So I mean, it's not perfect, but like sometimes if you just want a picture in. So William is legally blind. He's lost all his outside vision. So he actually sees just like central, and he can see a phone screen better than like real life.
If I blow it up particularly.
Yeah. So if I take a photo or a video of these birds, then he can see that so much better. So like even watching this video, he'll be able to kind of relive. I just spilled coffee. He'll be able to relive like some of those things he didn't, that you got to be there for, but didn't maybe get to see. So
yeah, I would encourage that. I encourage you to see all our great photos, but also encourage you to consider birding. There's a lot of places in the United States now that have what they call Bird City USA. So you have a lot of hobby birders.
We are one. Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to find many people that enjoy the hobby. So a lot of times you go to these places that are known for birding. There'll be other people there with big long cameras. You can spend thousands of dollars if you wanted to, but you can also spend $30.
I don't even bring. I just use my phone.
Yeah, and you don't even need a field guide anymore because there's so much online.
And yeah, there's an app called Merlin, which you could. I gotta put this coffee down. I'm gonna keep spilling it. You can put in, like Merlin will ask you like I think 5 questions or something like where are you, what color, what was the bird doing, because like some birds they're only going to be in the bushes, you're never going to see them on a wire or in the water or things like that. So it asks you these questions like what color, what size, and then it'll say in your area here's what it could be, and then you'll be like, yep, that's my bird. So you don't even have to like know birds to do this kind of thing, and that's like a free app, and you can download it on your phone and download it at home because it's really big. And then when you go out birding, you can put that kind of stuff in. I do want to say one thing, because we have all these chimney swifts that are flying around. I'll insert a little clip here. This is only chimney swifts flying around the chimney, but in the past, and let me know if you want to see a video of this because it was so neat. Chimney swifts at night, when it gets dark, they all flock into the chimney. They're just like, and you can't believe hundreds go into this chimney downtown.
It's like watching the smoke go back into the chimney.
Yes, it's like everything comes into the chimney, and it's not like just anybody could have chimney swifts, maybe 1 or 2, but this is like a big old chimney, and it's just full of them. And we've got to see it a few times, and it's so neat, especially if you can catch it like on one of those days, like this video with the clouds looks so neat and stuff. But we didn't want to stay to get them in today because we wanted to go check out a few more birds. But
it's great.
I'd like to ask you, what's your favorite bird of the day?
Of the day? I'm going to have to say ruddy duck because I kind of wanted to see one. They look kind of comical, almost like a joke in a way. They look like, remember that cartoon Tugboat? That's it, Thomas the Tugboat. That's what they remind me of. That's how high up they sit. They're just a really adorable duck, and that light blue bill is just really neat to me. How about you?
Probably the cedar waxwing, which I didn't get a video of, but I think they literally have wax on their wings that they preen into their feathers. Is that
From
right?
berries or something, right?
No, I think it's just part of their.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they are sleek. They look like they're made of plastic. They're just so sleek. But maybe also our last bird of the day is a house finch, because she has made a nest above our light on our front porch.
Literally our house finch.
Yes, she lives with us, and she lives with us, and she's our house finch. So we saw her when we were coming home, and she made number 55. So we didn't talk about that. What's our record?
61 for a big day.
Okay. Now we could do better, but here's the thing. We're a little late because migration, the peak of migration was probably last week or the weekend before. Now everybody's already sitting on their nests and they have their babies, so we're a little bit late. And we missed a ton of birds we should have seen.
And we
So
missed some prime bird time today, like 2.5 hours of
yes,
bird time.
I'm going to scroll this list. This is from eBird of Wisconsin. You can see there's hundreds of birds we could have seen, but there were no hawks. We saw no hawks today, which is
kestrels.
very unusual.
Nighthawk we did see.
We did see a nighthawk, but like red tail hawk, those kind of
She
things.
saw.
We didn't see any hawks. We didn't see like a few sparrows that we would have normally seen, like a chipping sparrow. Yeah. Sparrows have so many varieties. Like when you look outside and you're like, oh, there's a sparrow. It's probably a house sparrow, but there are so many that are like actual native to the area. House sparrows are evasive. They came from England and they're everywhere and they're fine. But I'm talking like native sparrow species. There's so many neat ones, and
Savannah
we saw
sparrow,
one, a song sparrow,
chipping sparrow.
Mm-hmm.
There are, there are a lot of variation like that. The other thing in the spring, it's the prime time to see the really cool birds, and we didn't see any of those, like the scarlet tanager,
Yes.
indigo bunting, orchard oriole.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of cool things we
Mhm.
could have seen we didn't get to see.
Yeah, so we could have done better, but we have to wait till next year. Honestly, we have done a big day in the summer before, but it's just not as fun because there's not as many birds. But 55 is actually pretty good for missing some prime time when we had some errands to run this morning. And like, to be honest, I pulled a muscle. So
Not birding.
I pulled a muscle doing some like kettlebell squats or whatever, and I could not walk the trails that well. Like we didn't walk as much as we normally would have, because when you get deep into the forest, like we've seen owls before and like brown thrashers, more forest birds,
Bobolink, meadowlark, dick thistle.
So some of that was limited because of my own trying to be healthy and pulling a muscle.
Hey, duck, goose, goose.
Now it's duck, duck, goose, goose. Crossing.
Is that Mallard Fillmore?
Oh, there's babies up there, though. Hey, friends. Hey, friends.
You only really have one set of eyes looking anymore.
That's true.
Let's be honest. And I tell you, though, I am legally blind. I actually am very blind. I do have some central vision, as Sarah said, but it's double and it's blurry, so it's not even great central vision. And I just had decided, this is like the lot I've been given in life. There's no sense of being all bummed out. A little kind of a bummer that I don't bird like I used to, but like I decided long ago, I'm not going to quit living life, And Sarah's my best friend in the whole world, and I love her, and I love doing stuff with her. So I know she enjoys it. So for me, I like just going out and being with her. If I couldn't see anything, if I was black blind, if she'd take my hand and take me to the bench, I would sit there while she got to enjoy birding, because it means that much to me to go out there and to be in God's creation. I just love it. So it's a wonderful day.
It's super fun. If you want to do something like this is what I would suggest. Just type in your state, and like eBird will have a list of birds for you. So you can say like what did I call it? A checklist, Wisconsin State Bird Checklist. It'll give you what I scrolled through before. It'll give you that list for your state. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to use that, but you could print it out. Get the Merlin app if you're not that familiar with birds. Set a time, get up early. We were up at 5:30 this morning and just get out there. And even if you just mostly do it from your car, if you go by bodies of water or places that have woods, city parks are good. State parks are great. County parks in Wisconsin, at least, are free. If you have any marshes or wildlife refuges by you, and like just see how many you can get. Like it's fun. And I told William, every time I see a red-winged blackbird and a robin, what did I say? I'm disgusted. And I'm not really disgusted, but when you have seen them like 50 times already and you're like, oh, what's that? Put your binoculars. Oh, it's a red-winged blackbird. It's just be patient. You're going to see house sparrows over and over and over again, but you're going to see some fun things. And it's like, especially if you do it with kids, it can be like a fun scavenger hunt.
and you're going to make mistakes. Just get used to that. Like, my biggest piece of advice there is don't talk before you kind of know a little bit, because we've been in some places where there's like several birders, and like one time we saw these turkey vultures, and this lady was telling us that there were golden eagles up there. Well, for one, they wouldn't be really where they were. They were on the river.
Wait. He actually said they were bald eagles. They just hadn't got their white feathers yet, because they have red heads. Turkey vultures around here in the north have red heads. I know there's black-headed vultures down south, but so it looks like, and they fly similar. They're different than
they rock.
Yeah,
vulture's gonna rock, and
red.
an eagle will fly straight as a
Yeah,
string.
and he had said they just haven't grown their white feathers yet, which they're totally two different species. But
so yeah, don't say too much to you. I do a lot of listening, and the other thing is, like, don't be hard on yourself. If you go out and you only find 5 species, see if the next time you can find 7, and then just keep going. I mean, we had big days back in the day where we were pretty proud with 30-something birds. You know?
Some people, here, this is our, see, we have a couple bird feeders right here. Some people just do it from their backyard. So they'll do like
a little notebook for the whole year.
Yeah, like I've seen them where they do it like on one day. So like, was it like Christmas Day, or
yeah, they have a Christmas bird count,
or Christmas bird count, things like that. So like you just decide for that day, and you can just peek out every once in a while. But if you have a bird feeder, you know, like how many can I count for just today? And what did we get in our yard before we left today? Like 7 or 8 or something like that. We could have gotten more, but our bird feeders are empty right now.
And we didn't stay long.
Right.
But anyway, we could hammer this to death, I think. But I'm really enjoying this day, and I hope you've enjoyed watching our video with us.
This is so fun for me. Obviously, I'm super excited about this because I've loved birds since I was a teenager. I'm so happy that William will still go. We didn't do it last year, so this is like, I'm just feel super jazzed to go today. Makes me want to go again, but I know we're going to have to probably wait because it's, you know, everybody's sitting on their nest and we won't be able to see them as much. But yeah, thanks for coming along. I hope that this has showed you a different side of us. Let us know if you like this kind of thing, because we would love to bring you along. I'm mostly making this video to share with you guys, but also so William can kind of go back and look at some of the birds we saw and just really the fun we had for this day.
If you see me out there, you'll know I can't do any of it now, hardly. So, but I would let you know that this outfit is not me being a poser. I really used to bird, and I really used to like it. And it's important to me to still look like I do.
Yeah, this is like the birding vest. Yep.
If you look sharp, you play sharp.
This is just the layers and layers for warmth for me. But yeah, thanks for coming along, you guys. We hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to watch it back because I'm super excited to see all the different birds. And I'm sorry some of my videos are just poor quality. I work off a phone. I'm not, I admire those people who have those great big camera lenses, but I'm just not that good with it.
We're refreshingly low tech.
Yes, I am low tech. That's a great way to say it. Thanks for coming along with us, you guys. We'll see you next time.
We sure appreciate you. Have a great night.